There are times when the world needs a certain kind of person to carry us through our trials and troubling times. A person of character, courage, faith, and above all, vision. That special person came to us on April 17th, 1766. Texas has many legendary heroes: Crockett, Bowie, Houston, Travis, Milam, and Austin, to name a few. But one you've probably never heard of is Collin McKinney. McKinney was a citizen soldier, a pioneer, a businessman, a preacher, a statesman, and a patriot. But he only became a Texas legend after he turned 70 years old. Already well known throughout Kentucky and Tennessee before he came to our great state, Collin McKinney's utmost fame was still ahead of him when he arrived in Texas in his mid-60s. He was a delegate at the Convention of 1836 and was one of 5 men who helped draft the Texas Declaration of Independence, a certain death sentence for such rebellion against the Mexican dictator Santa Anna. He was the oldest man to sign the Declaration and was given the quill used that day out of the tremendous respect the other delegates had for him. McKinney was a member of the committee that drafted the Constitution of the Republic of Texas and continued working on that document knowing the Alamo had just fallen and that his life was in danger from Santa Anna's advancing army. Later, he served the Republic of Texas in the 1st, 2nd, and 4th Congresses. He also took up the cause for Texas statehood and was determined to see Texas become a part of the United States of America. As a lay preacher, he ministered to people and treated them well because of his faith and Christian beliefs. Yet he had the heart of a lion. When secession threatened to tear Texas apart before the Civil War, McKinney, in his 90s, gave fiery speeches against the secessionists who were inflicting some of the worst violence ever seen in the state. Yet he only said what he needed to say. Otherwise, he was a quiet hero. Collin McKinney was the type of great leader that's needed today. In the flood of 1843, when he was in his late 70s, his business was wiped out and he had to start over. He made 11 trips to Kentucky on horseback to bring settlers back to our part of Texas, and by then, he was in the 8th decade of his life. With his faith to strengthen him, he demonstrated the true grit to overcome major obstacles that would have crushed most people. The Texas legislature named Collin County and the city of McKinney after him. The people of McKinney and Collin County should be proud of their name. It reflects a matchless servant leader who consistently demonstrated courage, positive moral character, and tremendous physical, emotional, and spiritual resilience. He would be proud to know that these character traits are still the backbone of the city and county that bear his name. Because of legendary men like him, Texas survived enormous challenges to emerge as the remarkable state that it is today. Collin McKinney lived to the ripe old age of 95 years. He lived through the American Revolution, the Texas Revolution, Texas statehood, and the beginning of the Civil War. And like Moses, he led his people through turbulent times, but did not get to enter the promised land that Texas and America would eventually become. But he saw it because of his God-given gift, the gift of vision. Not to see the present for what it was, but to see the future for what it could become. Collin McKinney is a Texas legend and an inspiration for anyone aspiring to be the next great Texan.